All right, James Elite Love, expert steam cleaning. And what we're going to do in this video is we're going to go over our setup for our water damage restoration, right? Now, this is our current setup as of February 22nd, 2026. All right, it's important if you're going to do work to do it on a professional level, to not just do work, but actually show up and have the tools and materials to do professional work. So, we're going to go over the things that we have to do professional work, right? The setup that we use, mandatory setup. So let's get right into it. First things first, you need a service vehicle. We went with the Ford Econoline, right? Great van, fit everything, very mobile and versatile. White, it's pretty good. We have on the inside a water tank. Sometimes you get to places they don't have water, so we have a 100-gallon water tank. Very versatile for what we're doing. Also, you got to have cones. Very important to have your cones. So the thing with the cones, what makes the cones so important is, you letting everybody know it's a work site. Drop these in with your truck as soon as you get on site and get to work. So definitely you gotta have cones if you're gonna do it right and do it professional. Most definitely. So you also got ramps on the inside of the van, pulling things in and out, materials. Right, very, very, very important to have those safety first. Okay. So now let's talk about when we talk about water damage restoration. What are some of the things that set us apart? We provide military level service. Like I said, I'm a U.S. Army veteran, 10 years, Army strong, baby. And the thing is, we gotta have the stuff to get it done. Right? This isn't a cheap business to get in. I'm gonna let you know that right now. It's not cheap. If you want to get in, uh, set some money aside right now if you want to get in this, because it's not cheap. Okay, just letting you know that in advance. You're gonna have to spend a lot of money, but the money's gonna work for you if you put it out there first. So just letting you know that to start things off. So one of the important things that you need to have is a water extractor. Okay, we use the Monsoon 250 auto auto fill auto dump. Is right here. Got wheels. It's very nice. You see with this is an auto dump right here for your dirty soil water. Clean water right here. Got a lip for the 5-gallon bucket. We really thank Rotovac for creating something great. Very strong vacuums. We can run it like a truck mount in the truck. Take it out of the truck. Run it how we want to run it outside of the truck. So very versatile as far as that goes. So gotta have an extractor. Now we talk about water damage restoration, right? Got to talk about drying, and we use the Bauer, right? Air mover, 2000 CFM, between 2000 and 2500. So this is what it looks like, right? You can put it, for walls and that kind of stuff. You can set up 5 of them to work together. So pretty great when you're doing it that way. We also have our generator, our Predator 9500. What makes this great is we can run off our own power and we don't have to bother the customer's power, especially for heavy stuff like our Monsoon. When we need air movers, extra air movers, stuff like that, we need extra power. We got that. So you got to have a generator. And I'll zoom in a little bit for you. You can kind of see exactly what's going on. Well, you can see it already, but yeah, that's the generator right there. As you see, Predator 9500 looks good, gets the job done. Okay. Okay. Now that we got into that, let's continue to set up important things. So we'll go straight into our. Matter of fact, let's get to 2-inch hose. 2-inch vac hose. Okay. This is a 2-inch to the 1.5 inch adapter. Why the 2-inch vac hose, right? Because it can pull more water and it's stronger. Okay. It's a 50-foot setup. We also have another 50-foot. We got solution hose to match our vac. Very important to have good, strong solution hose. Shout out to Rotovac sending us good solution hose. So that's that. That's very important. So when you're hooking this up, it's important to have that stuff. Also, 5-gallon sparkless bucket. Very important. Saves you time on pouring. Don't gotta worry about spilling. Just put your cap on it. Get to where you're going. Tip over. Okay. So it's real important to have that and do that the right way. Okay. All right, cool. Also, you need cleaners. Right. So we have our tile cleaner, and this is the one that's a little soiled, or not soiled, but a little yellow for our tile, and the white one is for the carpet. Okay. Pre-spray. Obviously, we make more, but this is for the spot cleaning. Nice bottles. Shout out to 3D Auto Detailing for those. Need 50-foot of 1.5 inch. You can run 2-inch, but get you started. Get you 1.5 inch, and that's that. Next important thing is our TH40 tile cleaning tool. What's cool about this is it comes with that chamber, so you can heat that tile and clean it properly. A lot of places have tile, it gets damaged with water damage. So we got the right stuff so you can clean it properly. TH40, as you see, is going to get in there, heat chamber, get it done right. So got to come with the best. Turbo Force TH40 fits the bill for that. We also use Turbo Force for our standard wand. So when we get in there, we got a lot of water on that tile and all that stuff. This is what we're using. We're using this wand right here. This gets it in there and gets the job done right. Gets all the water up so we can get over to the next thing that we need to do. So very important to have that. Okay. Next, put this up the right way. We have our carpet wand. What makes this so important, the carpet wand, is this is what we use to clean carpet. We are also going to get a Rotovac 360, but right now we got a carpet wand. Standard dual jet, clean setup, chrome. Nice. Important to have the good, right stuff that you need to do the job properly. Okay. Clip that. Okay. Next, you need a broom with dustpan. Standard, mandatory. Broom with dustpan. Need it. You also need a squeegee. It's our squeegee. You need a squeegee. You need a squeegee. Why you need a squeegee? You get in places that got water tucked in corners and stuff like that. We want to get that soil water out of there. We want to get, we don't want water sitting. This is allows us to move that water as quickly as possible and get it pooled in the right places. So, gotta have a squeegee. We get in places where water may be high. Got our rubber boots. Gotta have rubber boots. Can't stress it enough. All that water, all that. You need rubber boots. Okay. See what else? Okay. You also need a steamer when we talk about water damage. We don't want mildew. Okay. So to get in there and stuff that's on the sides and all that, we need a steamer. We have our Vapor Rhino steamer right here. Get the job done. It's good. Works great. So we got that. For any situation where we need steam, the Vapor Rhino is very important to get that heat, to remove mildew, possible mold spores that can pop up and stuff like that. We have our Vapor Rhino. We'll put it in there. We'll attack that wall or whatever in the area needs to be attacked. Move forward that way, okay? Next thing we want to get on is our vacuum. Got to have a vacuum when you're getting in areas that, you know, you're doing carpet. And, you know, we're going to do the whole area. The areas that's dry, we're going to hit them with the shark. Hit them with the shark. You know what I'm saying? Sharks are great vacuums. Period. I don't got nothing bad to say about shark vacuums. Yeah. This is what we're using to get the job done. Very useful, very handy. This whole thing comes apart so you can use it with just a canister. Powerful. Hardwood, carpet, all that. Gets in there and gets the job done. Okay. We also have a floor scrubber. Mandatory that we have a floor scrubber. Why the floor scrubber is so important? Because when you have tile, talk about decontaminating, disinfecting, all that stuff. A floor scrubber is going to be great for getting in there and getting the job done correctly. So we got a floor scrubber for getting that done. We have concrete heads, we have tile heads, we have softer heads for things like hardwood, things like that. As you see, scrubber, right? Attachments go on this side. The wheels are adjustable. So, you know, we can set it up the right way. Very important. Very, very important. Okay. And we have to have a shop vac. So, larger debris, all that stuff, we're going to pull that Bissell out. Got the Bissell shop vac. Very nice. Not too heavy. Means worth its weight in gold. Get in there. It has a indicator, you know, indicator light at the top. Lets you know if you have clogs and stuff like that. Extremely versatile. You know, gotta have a good shop vac if you want to get in there and do this kind of work the right way, properly, and get it done. So, this is what you need to get set up properly. To say it is expensive, is it worth it? Yes. Yes, it's worth it. It's worth it. But also, what sets you apart is not just buying equipment, it's actually training it, using it, practicing. It's getting out there and getting better with it, right? Don't just buy it, sit there and show up to a client's house, you know, or a property, place of business, things like that. You want to put in place working with your equipment, right? Getting to know your equipment, getting to know your generators, your vacuums, your shop vacs, your extractors, and all that stuff. Also, I don't think I talked about it. Drill brush, right? When you talk about hard to reach places, under counters, you got that lip. Get in there and get that done. So drill brushes are very important, right? We have a rigid 18 volt hyper lithium ion setup. This thing is just a Titan, you know, just high level. When we talk about this kind of work, we always recommend something polished, like a good drill, and you get the brush set up. I mean, you can work wonders, right? You can really work wonders. So much inside of water damage restoration that you can do, that's capable, that's possible. Don't think what's not possible, think what is possible when you put the work in, right? We really want you to put the work in, to not just show up, but to show up and show out, to show up and set yourself apart, right? And so at Expert Steam Clean, that's what we do when we talk about water damage restoration. We don't want to just show up. We want to show up and show out, set ourselves apart. You know, that's why we got the nice van, nice equipment, all the good stuff to really show up and, you know, do stuff the right way. And, you know, when we get to your property, when we get to your place of business, this is the same stuff that you're going to see on site at the job. You know, when we're putting a generator out there for the day, this is a generator that's going to get used. We are using Predator. When we pull up to do the extraction jobs, we are using Rotovac monsoons. That's what we use. That's what we recommend. Things done at the level that we do them at. So this is what you're going to get, you know, when we show up on site and we're getting the job done. You're going to get it done at a high level. We practice using our equipment. We know our equipment. We love our equipment. This is the same equipment that you see in the content. This is what you see. This is what we use. We love it. We want to just over deliver, and we're only going to build up from here. We're not stuck. We're not stopping. We're just going to continue to grow and build and get to the highest level that we can get to, and then continue, be a higher expert, from there. But that's very important. Hope I didn't leave anything out. Ladder. Our ladder's over there, but you need a ladder to get up on top if you're going to have to cut some drywall out, just so you can see the damage. You need your moisture meters, things like that. I got the stuff put up, but yeah, you need all that stuff. Even step stools and things like that. You need that. Gas cans for your generators. You need that too. Stuff is very important, not to just show up, but to show up and have everything you need to do the job properly. Not just to do the job properly. We also have a wagon where we put our hoses. Gonna get a bigger wagon, but you gotta have a wagon. Very important to be able to get your stuff in and out, hoses and things like that when you're moving it in, moving it around. Hope I didn't leave anything out. Yeah, very important. We're gonna get more generators and things like that when clients are renting stuff out, more fans. So when we do our update in March, you're gonna see a lot more stuff as far as this goes, because you need more. You can't just show up with stuff. You got to show up with the right stuff and the right level stuff. So it's very important to have all the stuff that you need to do the job at the highest level in the right way. So we want to make sure that you got everything to do that. That we have everything we need to do it the right way. But also, when you guys are renting stuff from us, like fans for projects and things like that we got the highest level fans, we come set them up properly. Get the professional drying done the right way. And yeah. Also, if I didn't already mention it, vests. You need a vest. It's important to have the right vest. CR's Expert Steam Cleaning, branded. Gotta have the right stuff. You gotta show up in uniform. You gotta show up professional and get the job done the right way. So remember, it's always more you can do. Don't be afraid to get started where you at. Don't be afraid to show where you're at. And that's what we're doing in this video. Showing where we're at, what we're doing. Don't be afraid to show where you're at. We're showing where we're at and what we can do for our clients and, expert level for real. So, James Elite Love, Expert Steam Cleaning. This is our setup as far as February 22nd, 2025. And I'm 2026, excuse me. We're just going to keep going from there, build up, make it, as good as we can and, do things the right way. James Elite Love, Expert Steam Cleaning. Let's go.